What is it that has drawn me to this city? Is it my Native American blood that pulls me here? Is it my obsession with the railroads? Is it my fascination with the history of the Old West? Or is it my lifelong quest to find the truth about the supernatural? Are we visited by beings from other worlds? Is Bigfoot real? Do werewolves exist? Are there such things as ghosts? My team and I are on a mission to find the truth. We chose to start here first. We want to know, is Taylor, Texas, truly haunted? In the late 1880s, on the outskirts of Taylor, Texas, Daniel and his wife, Hannah Murphy, built this beautiful home. Daniel Murphy left his mark in the history of Taylor in helping bring the railroad to the community and establishing many of the local businesses, including a hotel, large ranch, and the water company. The Murphys' daughter Grace inherited the house in 1900. In 1905, the house was moved across the street to build what is now the old Taylor High School. Grace married Jim Dillinger, and together they raised 3 children in the home. In 1916, he joined the local police force and became the first chief of police in 1920. He served that position until 1956. The 1920s was not necessarily the best of times in Taylor, Texas, as prostitution and illegal gambling was an everyday occurrence in many establishments within the city limits. A bullet hole in the side of the house showed that at some time Big Jim may have been the target. Dillinger lived in the house until he died in 1969, and as the story goes, he died in this room downstairs. Purchased by Janetta McCoy in 2011, the house was then converted to what is now known as the Pecan Manor Bed and Breakfast.
I've lived here for some time, and for 8 years, almost exactly. And I've often wondered, and almost everybody asks, do you have a ghost? Well, I haven't had that experience myself and thought nothing of it until this happened. So it was about 5 or 6 months ago, a friend of mine got married, and it was a second marriage for both, and they had a college-age daughter, and she brought her 2 friends, roommates from college, and they were assigned this room, which is Johanna's room. And on that night, the 2 roommates slept here, and the college-age daughter slept on an air mattress on the side here. They checked in, they came back in about midnight, everything was just fine. At 3:30 in the morning, I heard the front door open and close. And I thought, well, that's odd. And I could tell from the little Twitter going on that it was the girls. And I thought, how odd. They came in at midnight and they're leaving at 3:30. That seemed a little odd to me. So the next morning, they were here for breakfast. I asked one of the girls, so where did you go? And she burst into tears and said, I didn't know if it was a dream or if it was real, but it was terrible. And she was visibly shaken. And I said, and her 2 roommates then, with whom she's lived for a couple of years, I mean, it wasn't like these were perfect strangers. They knew this girl really well. They all verified that she woke them up screaming. And she said that she sleeps cocooned, with the blankets wrapped all around her, her head included. And she said at 3 o'clock in the morning, she felt something pull the blankets off of her. And it scared her, and according to the roommates and to her, she screamed bloody murder, and that she couldn't stay in the room and left. Well, the house was full of wedding people. Nobody heard her scream. A few years ago, I had a big reception here. A husband rented the entire place for a 70th birthday party. And it was one of those occasions everybody was drinking, having a good time, and somebody said, "So you have any ghosts?" As I said, it's a really common question. And I said, "Well, I've never had anything." And from the crowd, there was this young man came up and he says, "Well, there are ghosts in this house." He was the son of the woman who was having the birthday party. And he knew the people who lived here when he was a kid, 12, 14 years old. And they used to spend the night in this room over here. This is Lexi's room, again named for my granddaughters. And according to this young man, there were twin beds here, and they would lie in bed at night, and they swore they could see some kind of angel type illusion would be watching over them. And I said, "Well, I've not had that experience. This room doesn't get occupied as much. It's one of the smaller ones. And, I've just never had that experience." But then I've not had that experience over there either. But that young man also insisted that they saw a ghostly shootout in the parking lot across the street. So this room was Mr. Dellinger's last bedroom. He lived here. He lived here from about 1900 to about 1967 or so. But I'm guessing that he died. He may have died in this room, or he was this was his deathbed before they took him away.
Along with investigations comes challenges, and this one was no exception. Being short an investigator, April invited her daughter Holly and her first cousin Elizabeth. Elizabeth had lost her sight at a very early age. Wondering if she has the same abilities as her relatives April and Holly, she was invited along to answer the question if she too can sense spirits around her in what is believed to be a potentially haunted location. There were 2 rooms in the manor that we avoided going into: the owner's private bedroom, and 1 room upstairs that is a part-time residence of a person that stays at the manor. Would we find out later that these were potential hiding spots for these spirits that may be in this home? Only after a thorough inspection of the evidence we catch here, if any, will we know the answer to that question. Since this is a private residence, we decided that we would not do a silent investigation. This did present a challenge in itself, as there have been no previous investigations done at the manor, and any possible paranormal activity has not been formally documented. As daylight fades, we begin our investigation. The team splits up as Shannon heads to the library, Elizabeth and Holly head to one of the bedrooms upstairs, and I begin my SLS sweep in the bedroom downstairs. Okay, what are we trying to map out here? Wow. What is that? What is that? Who's there? We want to show you this again. You will see when I enter the room, a figure is seen trying to escape my view.
I promise that thing will not hurt you if you just move near it and let me know you're here. Can you do that? Please? Nothing? Nothing on the bookshelf? Alright, well, I guess I'll move to another room then, because this just is not paying out. Grabbing this. Shush. Shush, shush, shush. Shush, shush, shush. Be quiet, thank you.
Leave it to Shannon to catch our first of many EVPs during this investigation.
Grabbing this. Shush. Shush, shush, shush. Shush, shush, shush. Be quiet, thank you. Shush, shush, shush. Be quiet, thank you. Shush, shush, shush. Be quiet, thank you.
Within 30 seconds of Shannon leaving the library, we catch these two orbs. Minutes later, down the hall, Elizabeth and Holly catch these two orbs.
Johanna, are you here with us? We'd love to speak with you. Or if there are any spirits in this room, can you make a noise to let us know that you're here? We'd like to know your presence is here with us.
We mean you no harm. We just want a sign that you're here with us.
Are there any spirits in this room? You can come to this light and touch it and let me know that you're with us. Students setting up equipment over there.
Continuing my initial SLS sweep, I head upstairs as the rest of the team goes downstairs to investigate. Go upstairs. Okay. It is pitch dark in here. I cannot see anything. Literally, pitch dark. There's somebody there? Wow. Can you do that again? Can you show me you're here? I cannot see where I'm going. Is this room in front of me? No. So, yes, it's room. Desk or somebody? And again, as I enter a room, it seems as though I capture something that does not want to be seen. We will show you that again. Desk or somebody? Anybody in here with me? Can you tell me what room this is? Is there anybody in that chair? Don't be afraid of me. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just here for answers. I'm starting to be able to see a little bit better now. I think this is another room here. Where is it? Oh, that's the study. Is there anybody in here? My name's Matt. If anybody wants to come talk to me, I can hear you through this camera. Meeting up with Shannon, we decided to take one more trip into the bedroom downstairs with the SLS camera.
Okay. So this little gizmo will pick you up if you want to do anything like, oh, hello. Hi there. What you doing up there? See, I knew you were in there. Why didn't you, why don't you wait for us? Try to do.
No, that was on the bed.
Yeah. There we are dancing by the light again.
Yeah, that lamp.
Let's look up here. Let's look up at the curtains. Anything up there? There you go. What are you doing up there on the curtain? All right. Can you wave? Well, yes, you can. Can you go over by that little light over there and make it go off? Okay, I got two of them, Matt. They've moved off the lamp and they're up on the curtain.
Yeah, I don't know why it's trying to map that damn curtain. It makes no sense.
Now they both vanished. Can you come back? Anything? Can you come back? No? Can't move to the stand? Alright.
Mr. Dillinger, if you're in this room, we'd like to hear from you. I placed an audio recorder over by that green light over there. If you could come over there and talk in that, we'll be able to hear your voices. Please give us some answers. Let us know you're here. Anybody in here? I thought I may have caught a response on the SB7 at this time, but I could not make it out. The answer came through much clearer through the GoPro mounted to the SLS. This is what I thought I heard. Anybody in here? Anybody in here? Anybody in here? Can you give me a name? Can you please hurry before the train comes? Two cameras are on in here. One of them.
I mean, if we're getting some false things in here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna back that up so it's
I did get something that jumped, two of them jumped way up here.
yeah, I keep getting hit on that, and always on it, for no reason.
See now, that's new. What you doing there, buddy?
That's the door. No, that's not the door.
Right there by the,
But it's coming.
yeah.
I missed no problem.
Right in front of you.
I feel cold right here on my hand. Like, still right here with my hands up. And over here.
Yeah,
Colder hands up.
it is.
I feel it, dude. Like I can feel it.
Well, it's mapping something there that it wasn't mapping before.
And it's definitely bigger.
Well, it's tall. And, well, I mean, compared to it's falling the roof, it's falling just so. No, it's not.
That cold down too.
Really?
Yeah,
Cold stuff's got it, huh?
cold stuff down
May
there.
have been a legitimate hit.
Look,
We do find it interesting that this is the second time we have captured a figure at the entrance to this bedroom. This is the same entry that this SLS capture was taken over an hour ago. Even more interesting is that a cold spot was felt during this second capture, and that cold spot left at the same time the figure did. Paranormal, or just a weird program glitch on the SLS? That's up for debate. As we left the room, we caught this EVP. We had no idea what this could have meant until we reviewed all of the evidence. During our session downstairs, Elizabeth and Holly was trying something a little different upstairs.
Should we try the letters thing? See if that does anything.
Sure. You want to do that?
We want to play a game with you guys. So we're going to say letters from the alphabet, and if we say one that, if we say the letter your name starts with, try and beep the rem-pod or make it flash.
And this is the device in my hand. If you get close to it, like I said, it'll light up and let you know that you're here and to also answer our questions.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
At this time, we capture what we think is our best EVP to date. This voice was not captured on the static cameras or on the handheld. It was captured on this audio recorder on the bed. We posted this EVP on our Facebook page and received lots of very interesting responses. We ourselves as a team cannot come to an agreement on what we hear, so we turned it over to a professional. We turned it over to Professor W.T. Funkhauser.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Good evening, class. My name is Professor W.T. Funkhauser. Our class today is on the basics of EVP translation and how to better use it in our everyday lives. We are going to start with a very complicated EVP and break it down into sections in attempt to make sense of what our spirit is trying to say. Today's EVP is... Now you may be thinking, why such a tough one the first time, Professor? And my answer would be, well, because. So, what we can tell from this EVP is we have 7 words consisting of 8 syllables. We will play it back again and then get started. Ready, class? Then, let's go. So, first let's slow this one down by 75%. And, let's take the volume up a bit. How does that sound? Now that we have that done, let's take the first word. One more time. This sounds like when. Let's play it one more time. Now, let's take the second word. Oh boy, this one is a tough one to call. Maybe we should play that one more time. Well, that does not help us much. Maybe we should take the volume up on this and try putting this one back to its original speed. Not much help with that one, so let's take the first two words together and see if it helps us sort this one out. Again please. Now that does help a little bit. You can faintly make out the word R when you put the two words together. Let's play that again. Now let us move on to the third word. Ready class? Let's do this. I forgot to mention, that was at 75% of the original speed. Let's take that volume up and try that one again as well. Maybe we should try playing that one a little bit slower, and see if that helps. Yes, I think that helps us a lot. Now putting the three words together, I think you will hear the word. They. Congratulations. You have now wasted 2 minutes and 15 seconds of your life that you will never get back. But, we are half of the way there. Fun stuff. So, what we have so far is, when. Are. They. Now for the fourth word. This is the word that has the two syllables, so let's pump up the volume and hear that one again. Does not do much for us. Let's slow that one down to 50% and see if that helps. Not much help there. Let's try putting that back to its original speed. Little help there as well. We hear a G at the beginning. Kind of sounds like boing but with a G. Let's put the four words together now and see what we have. So based on that assumption, you may now think you hear. When. Are. They. Going. We will play that one more time. We are now into 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and the main editor is going to kick my ass. So, we are going to hurry this one along. The next word. Slowing that one down to 50%. Again, no help. So let's go back to the original speed and put the 5 words together. Now hearing that, Professor W.T. Funkhauser, or WTF for short, hears, when, are, they, going, to. We will play that one more time. Now, the last 2 words. Slowed down to 75%. That was little help, so to push this along, I am going to suggest the 2 words are, help. Me. So here is the original file with the volume increased. Thank you all for participating in the class.
Disclaimer, Truly Haunted Incorporated wants you to have fun with the EVPs we capture and give us your feedback on what you think you hear. You can find us on Facebook or reach us through our website at www.trulyhauntedinc.com. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
I have a feeling tonight whenever we get some rest, we finally get comfortable in our beds.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, everybody's done now.
And we're gonna get woke up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it's possible.
Back in here, can you break one of these beams of light or say something, or can you let us know anything? All you gotta do is step in front of the beam, we'll see it.
Over the next 51 minutes, we catch quite a few EVPs from this recorder.
All you gotta do is step in front of the beam, we'll see it.
somebody's in this room. If anybody's here, can you please give me a sign? Anything. Make this little light go off next to me. Can you do that? Can you take the energy from some of these devices and give me a sign? Let's move this over a bit. You see how that lit up? Can we do that? Can we light those lights up for me? Of course not. I'll start asking questions at training come. Really like to know if you're here. The owner of the house would like to know you're here.
Alright, if anybody's in this room, all I gotta do is come near this. And it'll go off, obviously. Even I can't make it go off, so.
Really not impressed. Okay, seriously, we need some answers here. We need them quick. Patience is running thin with you guys. I need some answers. Give me something. Rem-pod, anything. You want to get mad at me? That's fine. Tell me you're mad at me.
Watch yourself on the surgeries.
Okay.
Picking up something?
I got a spike right here.
None of the cables are running underneath there, are they?
No. In this rug.
What the hell?
This rug's got something up. We got some energy here.
Is there anybody here that wants to say anything?
While Shannon and Dustin had quickly debunked this K2 hid under the rug as a junction box under the floor, we caught this EVP in the bedroom downstairs. The interesting thing about this EVP is that Nelson is my middle name. Nobody on this team calls me by that name. We will replay that one more time.
Okay, I think I got to take 2 hits over here. Go. Go.
Oh, periscope's going off. I'm not sure.
Oh, that camera got it.
Tell my name. I've told you many times what it is.
Holly and Ricky capture this EVP from an audio recorder that was out of view from this camera.
What was that? Can you say your name?
I picked them.
Whoa. I don't know what that was. Did you say something?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
just looking.
Like physically felt
I
something?
just moved so you could walk. And then I was just try to go after you.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah. What does it feel like?
it's kind of like when you like out head to the rewind.
Oh yeah.
The weird part, I was facing here when I turned my light on. I'm looking and I realized there was this. But almost
Yeah.
I came out of it again.
Yeah. I wonder if there's maybe an animal here. I could see that. We didn't know anything about animals.
How's it look?
It's solid. Yeah, going up.
Well, it's solid right around here. It looks like there's plywood going that way. Yeah, be careful where you step.
I'm just gonna get up here and follow you.
All right. Well, we'll put the little recorder down. Picking anything?
No.
All right. Don't move. Last thing you want to do is go through the ceiling.
Alright, if there's anybody in this motherfucker, please give us something. Audio, K2 reader, come near us.
Yeah, anything. I mean, we definitely feel a cold spot up here because it's pretty warm. Anything at all? I hate to think we climbed up this as it is.
Hold on, I have just gotten a little bit of crazy orbage.
So, buddy, anything?
This is another one of those multiple EVP captures that we were fortunate enough to get during this investigation. After further review of this capture, I feel I was once again called out by at least one spirit here. After I slowed this down to 50%, I clearly hear Matthew and the other spirit say, "Go rush him." You let me know if I should be concerned. We will play this one again.
Whoa. Yeah, we're getting orbage.
Is this where y'all are hiding out?
This is the crossings. I mean, you know, even with all this aluminum foil, you would think that the K2 would be doing something, you know?
With Stephen, April, Holly, and Elizabeth staying overnight, not much activity was captured after 2 a.m., so the rest of the team called it a night. We did capture this orb in Johanna's room as Elizabeth and Holly was turned down after our investigation. It's worth noting that this orb is in the same spot where a prior incident was reported of sheets being pulled off someone staying at the manor. Leaving the manor, we felt that though we did not capture much activity on our equipment, we do know that there is nothing there that is malicious or out to hurt anybody. There are spirits residing in the manor, and they are quite the talkative bunch. Thus, we do proclaim the Pecan Manor bed and breakfast as truly haunted. If ever in Taylor you are looking for a very nice place to stay that is not only comfortable, but has a very delicious breakfast included, then book a stay at the Pecan Manor bed and breakfast. Don't forget to bring an audio recorder and make sure you tell the spirits Matt says hi.